Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everyone. So, today we are going to test Nabeel on his understanding of Tuhfat Al-Atfaal. If he does well, his father will give him the ijazah. If he doesn't do well, then his dad will keep the ijazah until Nabeel pass in the future. So, we have 13 questions, inshallah. And the first question is, what is Madleen and how long is it prolonged, and what's the evidence from the poem?
Okay, so Madleen is the letter waw or ya being preceded by a fatha, and it can be either 2, 4, or 6 counts. And from the poem it is وَاللَّيْنُ مِنْهَا الْيَا وَوَاوٌ سُكِّنَا إِنْ انْفِتَاحٌ قَبْلَ كُلٍّ أُعْلِنَا.
So give an example of a waw preceded by a fatha and a ya sakina preceded by a fatha.
Okay, so an example would be لِإِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ.
Good.
Right, that's 2 counts. For 4 counts it would be لِإِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ, and then 6 counts it would be لِإِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ.
And ya sakina?
That is yes. So waw sakina. You mean waw sakina?
Yeah, waw sakina. That's right.
الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. That's 2
Good.
seconds.
Good.
And then من خوف, 4 seconds, 4 counts. من خوف, 6 counts.
Good. The second question, how many letters of lam al-shamsiyyah are there? What are they and how are they read?
Okay, so lam shamsiyyah, there are 14 letters of lam shamsiyyah, and they are read with idgham. And from the poem it is, it says طيب ثم صل رحما تفز ضف ذا نعم.
So start from ثانيهما.
ثانيهما إدغامها في 4 وعشرة أيضا ورمزها فعي. طيب ثم صل رحما تفز ضف ذا نعم دع سوء ظن زر شريفا للكرم. And so in that phrase, the first letter of each of those words is a letter of lam shamsiyyah.
So it says طيب ثم صل and so on. So طيب, the first letter is ta.
Ta.
So give an example in the Quran with al-shamsiyyah.
Like the word at-ta'am.
Okay, good. Okay, the next question, how many letters of mad ṭabīʿī ḥarfī are there, and what are they, and how long are they prolonged?
Okay, mad ṭabīʿī ḥarfī, there are 5.
Yes, correct.
5. And ṭabīʿī ḥarfī, they're prolonged for only 2 counts. And from the poem, the 5 letters are, so من لفظ حي, so من لفظ حي طاهر قد انحصر.
وذاك أيضا.
وذاك أيضا في فواتح السور من لفظ في لفظ حي طاهر قد انحصر. So the letters in the term حي طاهر are the الحرف الطبيعي.
Yeah, so حي طاهر except the alif. Okay, so the ta, the mid ta, it's only ta, ha, ra, not the alif. So give an example for every mad.
Okay, so like for example hamim, the ha, yasin,
there are 2 counts, right?
Yeah, there's only 2 counts. And then tasin for ta, and then ha, like kaf, ha, ya, ain, sad, and ra would be like alif, lam, ra, all 2 counts.
Good. And the fourth question, if a letter of mad is followed by a hamza or sukun, what type of mad is it, and how long is it prolonged, and what is the evidence?
Okay, so you said a mad followed by a hamza or sukun.
Correct.
It would be called mad far'i. Prolonged for either 2, 4, or 6 counts. And from the poem it says والآخر الفرعي موقوف على سبب كهمز أو سكون مسجلة. Good.
Question 5, how many letters of حروف المقطعة appear at the beginning of the surahs, and what are they, and what is the proof?
There are 12 حروف المقطع.
No.
11, right?
Add 2 for 2, 12.
Oh, 14, sorry.
Okay.
14. From the poem, it's من ابغي حجك. ويجمع الفواتح الأربع عشر صله سحيرا من قطعك ذا اشتهر. So that phrase, صله سحيرا من قطعك, those letters.
So give an example, like 2 examples of, let's say, silhu.
Silhu, like tasim, mim, or alif lam.
No, for sad.
Sad, just the letter sad. Yes, yeah. Sad.
And then lam.
And then lam, alif lam, mim.
Okay, good. Okay. The next question, what does muhmala mean in the verse hamzun faha'un thumma aynun ha'u muhmalatani thumma ghaynun kha'u?
Okay. So muhmalatani basically means like dotless or without dots. So in the poem it says hamzun faha'un thumma aynun ha'u muhmalatan. So it says like ayn and ha are dotless, and after that it says thumma ghaynun kha'u. So then the dotless is what differentiates the characteristics of the ayn and the ha from the ghayn and the kha.
Good. And question 7, what is mad arid as-sukun and how long is it prolonged according to Hafs from the way of ash-Shāṭibiyya?
Okay. So mad arid is anytime a mad is followed by a waqf or like stopping, right? And it's pronounced for 2, 4, or 6 counts. And from the poem it says أو في ومثل ذا إن عرض السكون وقفا كتعلمون نستعين, right?
Yeah.
And for an example you would say الحمد لله رب العالمين, it's 2 counts. الحمد لله رب العالمين, 4 counts. And الحمد لله رب العالمين, that's 6 counts. And that's the
and then question 8, how many letters of mad are there and what are they and what are their conditions?
Okay, so there's 3 letters of mad, which are the alif, waw, and ya. And the conditions for them to be mad is the alif has to be preceded by a fatha, the waw has to be preceded by a dhamma, the ya has to be preceded by a kasra. And each of them are prolonged for 2 counts for mad ṭabīʿī. And from the poem it says من لفظ واي وهي في نوحيها. حروفه 3 فعيها من لفظ واي وهي في نوحيها.
Question 9, before which letter can mim sakina not appear and what is the proof from the poem?
Okay, so there's only 1 letter, it's alif. From the poem it says والميم إن تسكن تجي قبل الهجاء لا ألف لينة لذي الهجاء.
And where was Imam al-Jamzuri born?
He was born in Tanta, Egypt.
And question 11, if a letter of mad is not followed by a hamza or sukun, what type of mad is it and how long is it prolonged, and the evidence?
Okay, so it's called mad asli, or also known as mad ṭabīʿī. Only prolonged for 2 counts. And from the poem it says والمد أصلي وفرعي له وسمي أولا طبيعيا وهو ما لا توقف له على سبب ولا بدونه الحروف تجتلب.
Good. Okay. Question 12. How many letters of lam al-qamariyya are there and what are they and how are they read, and proof from the poem?
Okay. So lam al-qamariyya, there's 14 letters. These letters are read with idhar, right? And from the poem it says ثانيهما إدغامها في
Start from beginning.
So lam al-qamariyya, there's 14 letters. It's read with للام الحالان قبل الأحرف أولاهما إظهارها فلتعرفي قبل 4 مع 10 خذ علمه من ابغي حجك وخف عقيمه. So ابغي حجك وخف عقيمه, in that phrase those letters are.
So give an example of the first one.
So it says here it's an alif, but it can count as alif or hamza. So for
just hamza.
Just hamza. Okay, just hamza, right? For example, like al-ahqaf.
Okay, good. And then for ba,
like the word al-bab.
Okay. And last question, how long is the letter alif in alif lam mim? How long is it read? And what is the proof from the poem?
Okay, so alif here is 0 count. There's no mad on it. And from the poem it says وَمَا سِوَى الْحَرْفِ الثُّلَاثِ لَا أَلِفٍ.
So read any word or any verse.
Alif Lam Mim, just alif, just
okay.
normal.
Good, alhamdulillah. So you passed, and if your father wants, he can give you the ijazah. If he doesn't, he can keep it. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you so much.
Allah khair. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair.
Wa iyyakum inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.